Hello, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Jessica Tarian. I'm an independent demonstrator with the company Stampin' Up. I'm located in sunny Las Vegas, and in my craft room, we do all things paper craft. Hello to my besties. Give me a shout out when you get on, when you find me. I found myself. That's always good. How is everybody doing? Hi, Pam. Hi, Cheryl. How you guys doing? Did you have a good week? Were you productive? I was very productive. I got all my product shares done. Took me till 8:30 last night. I just cranking them out and prepped for the card class. I got my Blender Club first video fixed, so now you don't have to watch it like this. That's very exciting. Let me tell you, I was about to have a nervous breakdown over that one. But we got that figured out. And so I uploaded it to YouTube. So if you enjoy watching me color, it's fixed. No music this month, but there you go. Hi, Mom. Welcome in. So I have a pretty card for us to do today. And the exciting thing is, if you're coming to my in-person tomorrow, we're going to make it. So you get a hands-on little make and take, obviously, but yeah, I kind of feel like cheating because it's Friday and I was like, I figured this card out this morning and I've been going with the what is it? Amber Autumn stamp set, right? I've been like really focusing on one stamp set and doing all the things, and we're still not done with that one, but I was preparing for the class and I've already used that for one of the stamps or for one of the cards. So I have to, switch it up. And so I was like, well, let me do something with this. And I liked it so much and it was so easy. I was like, that's today's card. That's our live. Now we're going to use to do this the Traditional Wreath 3D embossing folder. Remember this in our unboxing? And I was like expecting it to be smaller because I didn't pay attention to the measurements. Look at that bad boy. It is so big. And I was like, how would I use that for a card? Well, honey, we figured it out. Okay, we figured it out. I got you. And this is one I fell in love with now that I've used it. And it is one for this is one to get, let me tell you. One to get. It's kind of on the same wavelength as the 3D sunflower embossing folder that we're all obsessed with. It's kind of like that. Okay. So we'll give it another few minutes. If you're joining me from YouTube, welcome. I am so happy you found me. We are a fun group over here. Do all the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, leave me a comment over there. I am very lonely. Besties, if you're checking that out, comment. I get lonely over there, okay? I need a friend. I need a bestie. There you go. So do all those things. What else? What else? Okay, so I had a question about our craft along session for September. We are going to do one. Let me take these off. They're driving me nuts. I don't know if I want them or I don't want them. What are we going to do? We are going to have one. Don't quote me, I think it's Saturday the 27th at 2 o'clock. And I think we're going to work with blender brushes. So I am getting the class together. I had to do product shares. I had to do in person. And so Monday I will create the event and have everything you need listed so that you can gather it and then we can get together. So this is about the way it's going to work. So around the 15th of the month, I will post the event page and then what you will need to gather or prepare for the class. So it seems to be working out. That's what we're going to do. And then at the end of the month, the last Saturday of the month is when I'll have it. But we always, post a replay and put it on YouTube. Actually, I don't know if I put the last one on YouTube. I'll have to check. I don't remember. Oh no, I did because it didn't upload. I did. So I will be putting them on YouTube so they'll be there forever as long as YouTube's up. And so my hope is it's useful information, it's tips, it's tricks. You're playing with your own stuff and we're getting stuff done. You know what I mean? So that is that. I think I'm going to go down to the mat now. Say hello to everybody that comes in and we'll just get started. This is going to be super quick. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, I got to move the table. You see this glare? It drives me crazy. There we go. Okay, I am so squished that I feel a little claustrophobic. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right, so for this card, you literally need some ink, this embossing folder, some cardstock, and a little bit of bling or whatever you want to do with your card, but very easy. So I have our stuff pre-done. We're actually working with a piece of white, or this is the very vanilla cardstock to do this today. All right, let me get the embosser in here. Okay, so because this is bigger than your card panel, you just want to orient the paper about, let me do it first and then I'll show you, that the halfway mark. Okay, so the circle sentiment focal point is going to go in the middle of the wreath. It's going to cascade off the paper. Sorry about the wiggles. Okay, get this out of the way. Here we go. Done. So when I do stuff like this, I like to do a couple, do like things in batches. If you're going to get messy, if you're going to have a messy workstation, you might as well get the most use out of it. You know what I'm saying? But for this, we're just going to do one. So I'm bringing in my silicone mat just so I don't get everything all inked up. Now I've got cherry cobbler with our little dauber. I've got crushed curry that we are going to use with a blending brush, and then pumpkin pie. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to swipe. Now we've done this before. You're just going to take the ink pad and you're going to swipe it across. You don't need a lot of pressure. We're just, oops, here we go. And you can do it as little or as much as you want. So I was kind of heavy-handed with that. But look at all that raised detail on that wreath. Really pretty. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm grabbing my brush and my crushed curry. I like to hold the brush and use my pointer finger to kind of stabilize that brush, give it a little pressure, you know. So I'm going to start off the page and then work my way on in circles. Why do we do circles? because it's not as if you're just like jabbing at it, you're going to get streaks and stuff. This way you get a nice blend. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to hit that area harder because we got the orange. Now I'm not mad at it, but that's because I went kind of hard when I swiped. So remember, you don't need to press, you just need to drag it. And I'm going to do this all over the card. And then do it as much as you think it needs. And when you're happy with it, call it good. Okay, now we're going to come back to that in a second, but I'm going to grab the cherry cobbler and my little dauber, daub up some ink there. I'm going to do the edges of the page with the ink. So we've done all these techniques before. So I'm distressing the edges, I guess is what they call it. And I'm being kind of thick with it, you know. Now, if you didn't want the red, go in with some orange. Also, this technique would work for a Christmas card. You could do red and green, just play with it. It could be a spring thing with pinks and purples. But I'm into fall right now. Okay. Now what I want to do to kind of tie it all in, I like this, is I went back over it with my blender. Kind of like the Stampin' Blend markers, or not Stampin' Blend, sorry. Yeah, Stampin' Blend, that's them. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just to blend everything, soften up those edges, creates a nice kind of orangey glow. There you go. Now you keep working it as much as you want. I'm happy with that. What do you guys think? Isn't that pretty? I'm excited to play with it. This is the first time I've played with it. So this is what I came up with. But now I'm excited for Christmas cards and I just have some other ideas, but it's super easy. Okay, one thing I want to show you in my finished card, and it kind of you get different looks depending on how heavy-handed you are, what colors you use. See, they're not really the same. Similar, but not the same, but I like them both. But inside, because I'm not using DSP, I went ahead and I embossed, and I did the same thing on the inside down here. Continuity of the card. I just thought it was really pretty. So just ideas, you know what I'm saying? Now I grabbed craft paper. Give it a good crease down. Sorry, that's kind of loud. And I'm going to bring in the focal point, our circle. Now I used the Spotlight on Nature dies, but you could use whatever circle you got. Circle punch, whatever. It is a good idea, those basic shapes, though, I will say. Okay, so for this card, because I have to, for my class, I had to use a different stamp set. I used a retired one because I have to have a different stamp set for each card we're doing for the class. So this one says, Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful, right? But for this card, I grabbed the words for the season, and I'm going to do so incredibly grateful for all my blessings, especially you, which I thought was super cute. So whatever fall kind of sentiments you got would work. And my circle is like a little bit bigger than 2 3/4 of an inch. So, a 3-inch punch on it would be good. Whatever you got. We don't have to be so specific around here, right? So I was so excited that after Wednesday's card class, some of you got right on and tried that fun fold. Great job. You guys want to check it out? Go look in the comment section of the picture with the measurements of the card. Ooh, throwing stuff. Now I'm going to leave this blank. I don't know what I want it to say on the inside yet, but let's get this card together, shall we? Let me grab some glue. Hi, Terry. Hi, Tammy. Hi. Did I say hi, Sherry, already? Were you on in the beginning, Sherry? I tell you, my brain is like a goldfish. I don't remember things. We don't know why. It just is, okay? Just go with it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So I'm going to pop this layer up. Now, I struggled with what to put on this because I wanted a little something, but I didn't want, let me pull the example card in. There's a lot going on here, and I didn't want to take away from the beauty of what we had going on. Okay. So in the end, I put the little twine bow. I don't know how I feel about it. I'll show you it without that. And then if you like it, I also was kind of playing with the gold idea and maybe like this. I don't know. I wasn't feeling that. But I like the natural, you know what I'm trying to say, right? All right. So now, let me see. I have to think about it because it's a different sentiment. You know what I mean? It's a big decision. There. Do I want one down here? No. We'll leave 2. 3. Too much. All right. Good talk. Good talk. Calm down. I got it. It's all right. All right. Here we go. Now let's do the bow. I just got some twine, you know, nothing fancy. If you're one of my besties that is like, Jessie, no bows, then just skip this step. No problem. No problem. Sometimes you just want a little something, though. I don't know. A lot of times I will tie a bow and then do it and be like, yeah, I don't like that. We don't know why. All right. Little snip. I'm going to use a glue dot for this. Why is that like that, guys? Dang it. Put it down here. I don't know. What do we think? Is that weird? It's probably weird. Maybe a little bit higher. There we go. It's a big decision. What are you going to do? And my bow is kind of weird, but we're not going to talk about it. We're just not going to talk about it. That's it. It's Friday, besties. We don't got no worries going on here. Okay, look at how easy that is. And then the inside, like I said, I don't know what I want to put in there yet. So I'm going to wait. And also, I'll put a little bit of something. So just pretend that this is in here. There we go. 2 cards mostly done. All right. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it. That's good. I'll flip up. Okay, it worked. I am still learning the software. Of course, this is going to go on for a long time, and every time I have to call my husband in, he's like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "I hit the button." "Yeah, but why did it do that?" I'm like, "Because I hit the button." Nobody knows. This is what happens when I hit the buttons. So, yeah, that was it. But I hope you guys have a phenomenal rest of your weekend. And thank you for spending a little bit of time with me tonight. I know sometimes the week is crazy. You get off on Friday and you just want to, chill, but I do appreciate you. And yeah, I will try to remember to take pictures tomorrow. We all know I'm not the best at this. I want to be better at it. I'm in the moment is what it is. But I have some good food that I'm going to be making and I decorated for spooky season. So that's exciting. But hopefully everybody likes it. And yeah, that's it. I think I'm done here. I love you guys. I appreciate you and I'll see you next week. Mwah.